I was gonna say it. Now bringing up Evan Peters, Quicksilver,
Well,
Yeah.
that
where's
he must
well,
have got in through the outside of Westview, obviously.
Oh,
has he come in?
I, oh,
Um,
I know. Uh, I feel
I
I might need to
did.
wait a sec to talk about this.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's a few things that cropped up leading up to that, which has got me thinking, and this comes back to um Wanda not being in. It looks in this episode that she's in a lot of control. Like you think, oh yeah, she's got control of this, but then you've got the twins grown up, which she doesn't seem to have any part in, and then the doorbell at the end, and she's going, "That's not me," and then she is surprised when he turns up. And little side note, by the way, I'm so glad I was waiting for it to finish with just the door, with her opening the door.
Oh, same
I
here.
thought that's, I thought that's how it was going to finish.
Yep.
And then when we saw the back of him, I thought, oh no, this is where it's going to end. And then it turned around, we saw it. I thought, all right, and that was great. So I'm glad they showed it. Otherwise, I've been so pissed off
Yes. Beer.
if it got left till next week. But yeah, so there's a few instances where Wanda hasn't been in control, or someone else has been controlling it. Um, now, are the twins real? Is Quicksilver real? You know, the, where did they come from? It might sound daft, but where did the twins come
Yeah.
from? You know what I mean? Um, you know, obviously they're growing up fast. Um, she doesn't seem to, realize. She was surprised when Quicksilver turned up at the door. So has Quicksilver come from outside the hex? We're calling it the hex now.
Hmm.
I think we were calling it a bubble, but
Yeah.
should we go with Darcy? Call it the hex.
Oh yeah. We'll give her
Um,
props.
yeah. Um, so yeah. So which sort of brings me back to, I don't think Quicksilver, or the Evan Peters Quicksilver, is going to go beyond this series, because I think he's just a made up creation in the hex, and I don't think he's going to go any further. Um, the fact that it's Evan Peters Quicksilver, um, I think it's just, I think they've just recast him as a joke, as like a jokey thing to do, maybe. Um, trying to refer, trying to relate it back to, because it was the '80s theme this week, in the '80s sitcom. Have you all seen Roseanne?
Oh
Not
yeah.
fully, but yeah,
It,
I'm familiar with it.
it
Yes.
was, I think it was like an '80s sort of '90s sitcom, mainly '80s, I
It
think.
was like late early,
Yeah, yeah,
and
but
now with the Connors, but yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But they recast sort of one of the main characters called Becky, and just recast it and just didn't even mention it. And I just don't know if this is like a little hint to that. This is a sitcom type thing. We're going to do it, and the fact that Darcy says, "Oh my God," she's recast a brother type of thing. I think it's just a not a nice thing, but I think it's just Marvel sort of just playing with that character, and I don't think it's going to go any further. I'm happy to be wrong. Do you guys think the same? I don't know.
I think it.
No,
Yeah, Zach, you
go
go
ahead, Tom.
first.
Go
No,
ahead.
no, you got first. I have like a paragraph.
Well, I was gonna say I think it's part of the multiverse slash introduction into X-Men, and I brought it up in the chat yesterday with those about a Luke Skywalker type intro in the series that he's heard of, and we all suspected. I'm sure you're gonna get into this, Tom, so I won't say who, but I think there's gonna be one more character that seems to think Peter's getting us ready for it.
Yeah, I'm very much on the same board with you, Zach. Like, I do think this is the start of us being introduced to the X-Men, particularly because the audio commentary for this episode says when when the camera pans around, it says in Westview, Wanda stares at the version of Pietro from the X-Men universe.
Or does it?
Or maybe not X-Men universe, but X-Men films. So it specifically says that version though. Which made me wonder, I had two theories about him now. Either A, he was plucked out, because it makes sense. He was active in the 80s. This is an 80s, 90s. Like, these are all the times he was active. He could have just been plucked out of the multiverse from that point, placed into here. Or the person who's really behind this, whether it is, I'm sticking with the two, Mephisto or Nightmare, because I think whoever it is going to be the villain of the Doctor Strange movie. And I think we just met him, because I think that might be Evan Peters playing either Mephisto or Nightmare, and he's just choosing a familiar form and a familiar character just to gain Wanda's trust, just to manipulate her more, because he's probably also working with Agatha, because they're the only two we've seen that aren't fully controlled by Wanda.
Yeah, that would be good. I think I'm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I've got a resistance to the multiverse, which I know is going to happen now, in Doctor Strange. But I was always very nervous about how that opens up and how Marvel deal with that. And that's maybe why I've stayed with. I don't think it's Evan Peters from the X-Men. I think it's, although what you've just said there sort of discounts what I've just said in terms of if they've put it on the sort of the description on the episode.
Excuse me.
But I don't know. I still think he won't go forward after this. I think it's just, I don't know. That's my view on it.
I think it makes sense.
I could. Yeah.
Like, from what we've heard, they kind of want to kill the Fox X-Men universe. So I think you're right. Like, it'd make the most sense with what they're trying to do with the X-Men to really just get rid of them. It's cool to have a little cameo like this. And
yeah.
I guess speaking of, I'll get to that in a sec, but yeah, I think it's either big villain or nothing.
Yeah, I could see them going down that line. I suppose it depends how much they want the actor Evan Peters. You know, if Marvel have gone, yeah, we really want Evan Peters here, you know, then they'll find a way to get him in as quick if they want him as Quicksilver. You know, this is the way in. I just think, and I think from the chat, you guys are probably going to disagree with me with this, but I still think it's too early for them to bring the X-Men in.
I can agree with you there.
Oh, you do? All right. Okay. Right. I mean, the Marvel are very good at pulling the wool over our eyes, and I've always thought that they'd keep away from X-Men for a long while, so they might actually do the opposite and just bang us the X-Men straight away. But I don't know, given what they've got slated coming up in terms of films and TV programs, I still don't think. And this is too much. I could accept them sort of little breadcrumbs here and there, you know, hinting towards this and that. But this is a major. There's a character, you know. Mm-hmm. There's Fox's X-Men right there in front of you, and I just think it's too easy to bring the X-Men in at this point. But I can be wrong.
I mean,
that's why I think they're just getting us ready.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Tom. I keep cutting you off.
No, it's all good. I'm literally doing the same. It's okay, Zach. Yeah, it's.
I think my mic.
Yeah.
I think my mic might have like a 5-second.
Oh, like a delay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, better than an echo.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man,
I don't remember what I was gonna say, so go ahead.
Honestly, neither really do I. Oh, actually, yes, I do. just after hearing that, I think that just kind of lays the groundwork even more. So like, it's either he's going to be big or nothing. Because I don't think the X-Men are going to get introduced now. And I honestly, like, the more I'm even thinking about it, like, I really don't think he's playing, like, he's not Peter Maximoff from the Fox movies. He's just not. It's a different kind of character.
It would make sense for him to be someone like Mephisto or someone like that. I'd buy into that. If he, at the end of this series, if he, unmasks or whatever, or becomes here, the villain, I could buy into that. It'll be interesting to see what happens next week, because I thought he was sent in. Well, I think he was sent in to distract Vision, effectively, because Vision was about to unravel everything. They were having a blazing argument. Things were coming to a head, and I was just thinking, what's going to happen next episode? Because Vision's already about to lose the plot. So, and I think whether it was Agnes who sent Quicksilver in, or the theory that you've got, Tom, which makes sense. I think whoever's behind this has thought, oh shit, everything's going to pot here. We need to introduce something here to cool it down, and the introduction of a brother Quicksilver will do that.